Hello बच्चों, welcome to Fun Scholar Academy. So in previous lesson we have learned about food our basic need lecture 1. From today we will learn about role of water. Okay, previously we have learned about carbohydrate, protein, fats, different types of fat, which one is good, which one is bad, why is fat essential for our human being or any other organism. So today we are going to start from role of water. So when you hear water, what is the first term that comes in your mind? When you are thirsty, you drink water, right? So what happens? Water keeps you what? Hydrated. Okay, if you are out of water, if you are having diarrhea or you are not drinking water for the whole day, you will feel exhausted, you will feel thirsty, you will fall ill. Even sometimes you can even faint. Okay, so that is why water is very much essential for our body. So let's read. Water helps to keep our body hydrated and aids digestion, obviously removes waste. How do water remove waste, ma'am? Water removes waste firstly through urine, secondly through sweat. Yes, through sweat. You do sweat a lot during the summer days, right? So you see that water is not good for health. You don't lick that water or drink that because that is full of waste materials. Even in the urine, even through sweat, water is helping in the removal of waste from our body. Okay, see, it helps in the transport of nutrients. How, ma'am? Water is what? Flowing, right? Our blood contains water. Okay? So it is a medium of transport. So it is a medium of transport. That is why, excuse me, through blood or through water, nutrients are transported through one part of the body to another part. And last, I told you, in the form of sweat and urine, it eliminates the waste products out of our body. And lastly, it helps to maintain the temperature. It is a very important point. They will ask you which nutrient helps you to maintain temperature. The answer would be water. How? I am standing in front of the camera, or you are at school, or you are at home, you are having the same temperature, 37 degree Celsius, normal room temperature. Okay, you go to school, you come home, you go for a function, you go for your hobby class, the temperature of your body does not change if unless and until you are ill. So that is why water is very much essential to maintain body temperature, and mark this point because this is very important for your all types of examination. Okay? Okay. Now let's proceed to the next slide. Minerals. What is minerals? See, there are many types of rocks given here. Okay. So minerals are some kinds of substances found in our mother nature, and in our mother nature, that is, we can say rocks. Okay, so why do we need So where I was, yes, so rocks are basically originally of nature, and it contains of some substances. Those substances are known as mineral. Now why do we need to consume rock, ma'am? Because these minerals are good for our health. It prevents diseases, it helps our bones and teeth to be strong. So that is why we need minerals. Okay? Suppose, not suppose, you take salt, right? It contains the mineral iodine. If you lack this, you will have goiter disease. Okay? Then calcium. You have heard in that commercial that दांतों को strong बनाए, toothpaste use करो calcium वाला Colgate. You have heard this? So calcium you have heard, this is nothing but one of the mineral which makes your bones and teeth strong. That is why consumption of mineral is essential. Now you don't take this rock and start chewing, right? So how do you get this mineral? You get this mineral through the food you eat. Okay, and how does the mineral comes in the plants or other animals? The plants are being consumed by animals, so the minerals are getting transported to the other animals which you eat. Again, plants absorb water from where? From the soil. So the minerals are where? In the soil, in the rocks, which are being transported to the water by the roots. And that is why plants are the major source of most of the minerals. Okay? Now let us see. The two kinds of minerals the body needs are macro mineral or micro or trace mineral. Macro means this type of minerals are needed in larger quantity. Okay? And micro or trace amount of minerals means this type of mineral are needed in smaller quantity. Okay? Macro means large. I have told you just now. So our body needs larger amount of macro minerals. I have told you already. The macro minerals group comprises calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium. Okay, calcium is very much essential for the formation of bones. This question is very important. Which mineral is most important for the formation of bones and teeth? The answer will be calcium. Which mineral is very much essential for to stop goiter disease? Iodine. Okay, and sodium, potassium, you find this also in salt. Okay, so three minerals are there in salt. That is why you add salt to most of the food you eat. Okay. Okay. Now, our body needs just a bit of trace mineral. Trace mineral, I told you, you need in smaller amount. Trace mineral include manganese, copper, zinc and iodine. That is why too much salt consumption is harmful for your health. Okay, see, calcium you get from milk, paneer. Iron you get from dal, cabbage, meat. Magnesium you get from pulses. Potassium is present in banana, potato, avocado. Zinc is present in again pulses. Bus, you need up to this much only. Last two you don't need. Okay, this is much in your syllabus. Calcium, milk, paneer. Iron is found in meat, then cabbage, then corn. Manganese, magnesium is found in mostly in spinach leaf. Potassium is potato, P for potato, P for potassium. Okay, and lastly zinc is again found in where your pulses or dals, etc. See, I have already told you that minerals are very much needed to make your bones and teeth healthy and strong. So mineral keeps our body fit and healthy. If your bones and teeth are strong, obviously you are strong from outside. So again, the same thing is given. Iron, calcium, phosphorus are some minerals that we get from fruits, vegetables, egg and fish. I have told you how minerals comes to fruits and vegetables and also to other animals. Right? Okay. Okay, now some important elements. Calcium, we have already known by now that it makes your bone and teeth strong and healthy. Example, cheese, yogurt, milk, paneer. Okay, iron. Why is iron essential? In our blood, there is a substance known as hemoglobin. Okay, it is made up of iron. It attaches with the blood molecules, and that is why the color of our blood is red. Okay, and the blood is important to you because blood carries oxygen, carbon dioxide, and what? Water, minerals, everything. Without blood, your body will not get these things rightful at right time. Now let's read. The body needs iron to transport oxygen from lungs to rest of the body. Important in the formation of hemoglobin, which is the part of red blood cell or RBC. This is red blood cell. If they ask you the full form of RBC, it will be red blood cell that carries oxygen throughout the body. Okay, and iron is found in where? Meat, fish, broccoli, fruits. Another important is banana, which was not mentioned in the slide. So it is an extra information. Now potassium. Potassium keeps your muscles strong and nervous system to work properly. So which mineral is essential for your to make your muscles stronger and to function properly? The answer would be what? Potassium. Now what is the example I told you? P for potassium, P for potato and bananas. P for potassium, P for potato. So in potato there is potassium. And what is the function of potassium? The function of potassium is to maintain your muscle, keep your muscles strong. Okay. Now iodine. Iodine I have already told you it is found in salt. Okay. And the function of iodine also I have told you it is necessary for the production of thyroid. Okay. Where is this thyroid, ma'am? We have thyroid in here. Okay. So if we don't eat iodized salt, what will happen? We will have goiter. What is goiter? It is a disease. Disease due to lack of iodine. Okay. Now lastly, zinc. Zinc helps to maintain your immune system. Okay, what is immune system? When you are attacked by a disease or some germs, immune system is such system that protects you from the last day I told you helps in the curing of wound. It is vitamin C, and if the question comes which mineral helps in the healing of your wounds, the answer would be zinc. Okay, next slide. You please take the screenshot or write down the important points, because the points I have added, you will not find those in your books, and it is very important for your exam point of view and also for Olympiad. Okay, now have you ever heard the word diet? You do have heard the heroines or hero or the actor or actress nowadays are always in a diet meal. Everyone nowadays is doing a diet, following diet, doing exercise. So what is diet? ऊपर से given a balanced diet. What is balanced? Balanced means something when you are weighing, it has same weight on the both the sides. Okay, so balanced diet means a kind of diet where all the food are in a proper level or proper amount. Okay, that is known as diet. So if I write what is diet, diet will be taking proper food at proper time in correct order or amount. So diet is what? Taking proper food. Okay, not like that you are taking 1 liter of oil and drinking it. That is not proper food. Proper food at proper time. Proper time means taking the meals, breakfast at 7, lunch at 1, dinner at 8. That is proper time. And correct order means you should not eat fatty food more, or avoid some kinds of fruits, vegetables, and not eating or taking other kinds of nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates. So you have to take everything, even water also, in your diet. So that will be then called as balanced diet. Right? Now let's read. A balanced diet is a meal that has all the nutrients in our body. And all the nutrients means there are 5 kinds of nutrients, you know: carbohydrate, protein, fat, minerals, and vitamins. So you have to take all those to stay healthy and strong. It includes, you have to take fruits, vegetables for vitamins and minerals. Carbohydrates like rice, wheat for energy. Proteins are what? Body repairing or body building food. So you have to eat meat, beans, dal, etc. to repair your body. Fat is also for energy, but its main function is to protect the organs. And water to keep you hydrated, so that all the nutrients you take are being absorbed by your body through digestion and is being transported to one part to another part. It should not be that the head is getting the food, but your legs and hands are not getting. Every cell of your body must have all the parts. Okay. Now I think I have cleared you what is diet and what is balanced diet, and what things should come under balanced diet. Okay. Now let us see what are the importance of balanced diet. Why it is important? Now you yourself can give the answer. Why it is important, ma'am? It is important Students, because if you are taking balanced diet, you will be fit, healthy and strong. It will give you full energy to play and study. Okay. Third, it will help you to fight against illness, and if you fall ill regularly, that will hamper your normal life. So you have to take proper meal always. And lastly, what will happen? If you are in class 4 now, if you are doing all this and studying well, you will be promoted to class 5. Your age will increase, your growth will increase, and you will grow up slowly and with healthy. So helps you to grow properly and maintain a healthy weight. Okay, you should not be underweight or even overweight also. You should not be fatty and you should not be too thin also. You should have a right proportion of weight in your body, okay, to grow up. Now, what is junk food? I think you all know what is junk food. मैम, हम तो जब भी मॉल में जाते हैं, जब भी घूमने जाते हैं, जंक फूड ही खाते हैं. सबको जंक फूड खाना है, लेकिन किसी को अच्छा वाला खाना, मम्मी का बनाया हुआ खाना नहीं खाना है. तो जंक फूड सबको पता है. व्हाट इज जंक फूड? पिज्जा, बर्गर, KFC, whatever, popcorn. Then what is this you call? French fries. Then donuts, pastries, ice cream, cold drinks, everything comes under junk food. Now, what is this junk? These are also food, ma'am. We eat this food. Then why it is named junk food? Because here the amount of nutrients like protein, minerals, vitamins are lacking, and it contains more amount of fat only, and this fat makes you what? Obese, and leads to obesity. And I have already told you obesity is a disease or illness. What will do? You will fall ill. So junk food are those type of food that lacks the nutrients like protein, minerals, vitamins, etc. Instead, what it contains? It contains more and more amount of fat food only or fat only. Now, too much of fat makes your body obese and leads to obesity. Means you turn into a fatty person. And a fatty person falls ill easily, okay? And if you fall ill, what will happen? Your normal life will be hampered. That is why you are being asked again and again not to consume too much chocolates and too much junk food in regular fashion. Once in a blue moon or sometimes a cheat day, it's okay. But for that also, after you eat junk food, you should do regular exercises. Okay, now let's read. Junk food is that food that is tasty but not healthy. Obviously, you do it because of taste only. But it is not healthy. Why? Just now I have explained. It has too much sugar, salt or fat and does not give the nutrient in our body needs. This also I have explained you just now. Example of junk foods you all know. Chips, ice cream, chocolate, soft drinks, burger, etc. Eating too much of junk food can make you unhealthy. Unhealthy. Okay. Now what will happen? This also I have told you. Side effects of junk food, weight gain, you will go into depression, even your cavities, tooth decay. So cavity happens due to eating of too much chocolate, which is junk food. Fatigue, you will not get energy to do any kind of work. Your blood sugar level also will increase. You will have skin problems like pimples and all. Then heart diseases. If too much of fat is being deposited in your arteries, then you will have heart block or heart attack. Okay. Indigestion, obviously many times you eat junk food, next day you are having trouble with your digestion. Cancer. Okay. Type 2 diabetes is nothing but too much of urine formation. You will go to the toilet again and again. See, obesity, digestion problem, fatigue and weakness may adversely affect the kidneys, livers and other vital organs. Please do take a screenshot of this page. So done, students? Okay. Now, what is food preservation? First, let us come to this. First, let us come to this terminology, preservation. What is preservation? Preservation means to keep something intact for years or for days. Okay? So, write this. Preservation means keeping something intact for days. Okay. Now add food with preservation. So this means what? To preserve food intact for days. Now look at this picture. What does it seem like? In your house, your mom or grandmother or your family members do make achar. This is achar. In English, it is called prickle, right? So in this way, what they are doing, they are preserving some vegetables or fruits for a longer time, which you are eating with your chapatis or rotis or rice, right? So this is what nothing but food preservation. Now let us read. Food preservation is a process which prevents spoilage of fruits and vegetables, maintaining nutritional value, flavor, and color to extend the product's life and ease storage and distribution. So, fruit preservation is a process of by which what we do, we keep the food intact for days. Intact means it helps to prevent spoilage of any kind of food, and the nutritional value does not decrease. It remains same with time. That is why you can eat achar for months or even years. Exactly? Okay. Now, why do we need to preserve food? Now, you can yourself, I think, give the answer. We need to preserve food to prevent it from what? From getting spoiled. So that we can use that food in future also. Right? Now, let us not preserving food would lead to more waste. Obviously, you won't if you are not being able to eat that food for a much longer period. Like suppose my drawing is bad, but do consider this is a mango which is found only in the summer, right? But your grandmother makes mango achar which she keeps for 1 year. So whenever you want to eat mango, you do take that mango achar. So that achar is available in winter, rainy and all other seasons. Right? So that is why food preservation is necessary. Okay. Health risk. Suppose this is a bread. Bread. You brought a bread, you took 2 slices and you kept rest of the bread open. What will happen next day? You can find some green color fungus is being formed here. Fungus is what? A microorganism. Organism. Fungus is what? A microorganism. Now, if you eat this, what will happen to you? Food poisoning, which will lead to vomit, then other illness. That is why what you could have done to preserve this, if you have kept it in the refrigerator or in a vacuumed container, the food would have remained intact. That is why if you then eat the bread next day, then you would not have fall ill. That is why if you not preserve the food, your health risk will increase. It will lead to wastage and lastly, limited access to a variety of food, which I have already shown you. Okay, I think it is clear. Please take a screenshot. Okay, now next is you have told us what is food preservation, what will happen if we not preserve food. You have told you that why food preservation is necessary, but how we will preserve the food. So let us know in this slide. In this slide, there are 6 methods by which we can preserve food. Okay, first is drying. Number 1 is drying. Drying means sukha. Okay. So there are you might have seen Kashmiri red mirchi. Red chili. it does look like this somehow. Okay, don't criticize my drawing. I'm just doing it to make you understand. So, our mother or our grandmother, what they do, they keep this chili in the sun, okay, for days. And after it becomes dry, it is being used in the food, okay. While making different kinds of food, then the red chili is used. Similarly, bay leaf, tej patta, it is also being dried in the sun and stored for years. Similarly, achar is also being kept in the sun for a longer periods of time, and after that it is being stored in your kitchen so that you can eat it for a regular basis throughout the year. Okay, so some fruits are dried to keep them fresh for a longer period. Next, you are very much accustomed to this word refrigeration or freezing. What you do, you cook in the morning something, you keep in the fridge, and then at night you take it out, okay, you after that you eat it, okay. So why this refrigeration is done? Refrigerators help some bacteria or other fungi to attack the food and prevent spoiling. Okay. Some foods are frozen to keep their flavor and nutritional value intact. Also, meat, fish, egg, curd, milk, everything is kept in refrigerator so that you can use it later. Prickling, I have already told you, it is another method of food preservation. I have told this method in details to you. So please take a screenshot. Now, fermentation. This word is new to you. What is fermentation? Fermentation is a method. It is best seen during curd formation. A substance is changed to another substance, and that substance is used as food. A more example is bread, alcohol. These are the things by which fermentation is used. Obviously, curd is formed from milk. So milk is being changed to curd by the process named as fermentation. Okay, what did I just say? Fermentation is such a process by which one state of a substance is changed into another state, and that state is used as food. Same thing happens with curd, bread, alcohol. So in this way we preserve and make a new kind of food which we can eat as food. Sweetening and salting. See this? This fish. This fish is covered by salt. In Bengali, have you heard the name Shutki Mach? Shutki Mach is nothing but a fish that is being dried with salt in the sunlight for a longer period of time, and this fish is stored for a lot of days, and after that even you can eat it. And the Bengali people love this fish very much. Though I am a Bengali, I don't like it, but still many of the Bengalis love this chutki mach. So what is salting? Salting is basically given or covered, the fish is being covered with salt to prevent what? Germs, prevent germs attacking the fish. Okay. And sugar. How do sugar help, ma'am? You have seen jam or tasted jam. Okay. Then even there are something that are dipped in sugar syrups. Okay. There are some food like rasgulla. Rasgulla. That is dipped in sugar solution. Okay, and they give you that rasgulla in sugar solution only. Why? To prevent germs again. Germs again. Okay, so sugar kills germ when added to food. Sugar enhances the flavor of the food. Jelly and jam, for example, by salting fish and other foods, they become dehydrated. Dehydrate means removal of water. If hydrated means adding of water or drinking of water, then dehydrated means removal of water. So if you remove water, then germs can attack the food and it is being preserved for longer times. Okay, so I have given you all the examples. I think the topic is very much clear to you. Now canning. Canning is something when you are applying heat. This is heat. Heat to a substance or a food to kill its germ. Okay, canning is done basically in milk. Okay, now let us read. After that, what is done? After it is being boiled, you have seen Amul Taza packet comes sealed. What is done? The milk is boiled and suddenly being cooled and stored in a vacuum container. That is why we can use milk after many days of it being getting packed. Okay, suppose that the time limit remains 3 months. So within 3 months, you can use this food. Now let us read. Canning, the process of applying heat to food that is sealed in a jar to destroy any microorganism that can cause food spoilage. Canning technique stops spoilage by heating the food for a specific period and killing unwanted microorganisms. During this process, air is driven out from the jar and a vacuum is formed. As the jar cools and gets sealed and in packet and is sold in the market, you buy this Amul Taja milk and then you cut it, pour it and drink it. Even they say that you don't need to boil it because they have already done the boiling part. Okay, so now it is clear. I hope so. If not, then please watch the video again. Boiling. This also I have told you. Milk is heated to kill harmful germs, increase its shelf life. Shelf life, like I have told you that previous slide, that you can use it within 3 months. Within 3 months of package. Okay, vacuum sealing. This also we have learned. Food such as pulses is stored in container, removing oxygen and then preserving. No oxygen, no virus, no bacteria, no germs. Because in space, when there is no air, there is no living organism. All living organism needs oxygen to breathe, for energy, for respiration, for everything, normal life processes. So no oxygen, so no organism can live there. That is why we need to make the container vacuum. Okay, now one interesting thing. It is seen that the tombs of Egypt, Egyptians, they used to bury their kings in a tomb. Okay, where in the pyramids. Okay. So, what is the interesting fact? The scientists found that even after 5,000 years, honey was found intact in the tomb, and even they tasted it. It tasted fresh. Can you believe? Honey tasted five that was being made 5,000 years BC, and now in the present day, when they found that honey in the tomb, they tasted it and it tasted pure. Can you just believe it? That is such an amazing and factopedia. So let's read. Honey has been found in ancient Egyptian tomb that is still edible after thousands of years, isn't it? Okay, now why? Why it is fresh after so many years? This is because honey has low moisture content that makes it difficult for germs to grow in it. Moisture content means no water vapor, no oxygen. So what will happen? No oxygen, just now I have told you, no organism can live in there, because without oxygen they can't breathe. So that is why honey was kept in a vacuum condition in such a proper way. It was being preserved for in such a way that even after 5,000 years also it is as fresh as the honey made today. Okay, now next. So now last is quiz time. So, which nutrient gives us the most energy? Read the point carefully. It is written most energy. Is it fats, vitamins, minerals, or roughage? Just pause the video, think, then answer, then do check the answer. The answer will be fat, because fat gives more energy than carbohydrate. And the question is, most energy means maximum energy is given by which nutrient? Fat. What are nutrients? That things that make food better tasty. Substance in food that helps our body grow and healthy. Junk food ingredients, air and water. What will be the answer? The answer will be substances in food that helps our body grow and stay healthy. Okay. Which nutrients gives us the most energy? This we have already done. Which nutrient is needed for muscle building and body repair? Think, think, think. Just think, is it carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, or fat? The answer is protein, because protein helps in body repair. Okay. What is an example of food rich in carbohydrate? It is rice and wheat, butter and cheese, meat and fish, peanuts and carrot. It is rice and wheat because we eat this in larger amount. Which fruit group helps in fighting diseases and keeps us healthy? Carbohydrate, protein, vitamins or fat? The answer will be vitamins. What is the role of roughage in our diet? Provides energy? No. Builds muscle? No. Protects organs? No. Helps in digestion and removal of weight? Yes. What is balanced diet? Eating junk food in small amounts? No. Eating proteins only? No. Eating fruits and vegetables only? No. A meal that contains all nutrients in the right amount. Okay? What is junk food? Food that is only eaten at night? No. Food that gives all nutrients? No. Tasty but unhealthy food without too much sugar, salt, or fat? Yes. Tasty but unhealthy food. Why do we preserve food? To make it taste better, to prevent spoilage and maintain its nutritional value, to add more junk food ingredients, to make it unhealthy, to prevent spoilage and make its nutritional value or maintain its nutritional value. Okay. Which is not a method of food preservation? Drying, obviously drying. Freezing, obviously. Prickling, obviously. Overcooking, no ma'am. This is the answer. So, this was for the lesson. So, we have completed this chapter. See you in next chapter. Till then, if you have any doubt, please do write in the comment section. See you in the next class. Take care, student. Keep learning.